Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the beautiful sun, sunshine, right? This is resurrection, this is birth, this is growth, this is success, this is happiness, this is wealth, this is pride, this is creativity. This is the very best version of yourself. This is you in your ideal form, right? Let's see what's going on here. See how we're getting that, what we're doing with that energy. That is enlightenment, really, right? Let's see what's going on. Now we've got the Art card, also called Temperance. We've got the Magician, all right, that works out. We've got the Adjustment card, some changes going on here. An Eight of Cups and a Six of Pentacles. This is you taking lemons, making lemonade. This could be a work thing, could be a partnership. There's some kind of a formal agreement going on in your life. It could be a marriage, it could be a contract, anything like that, okay? I feel like this is also you being very objective looking at yourself, okay? Let's just say that. We got a Ten of Pentacles, you got a Two of Swords, you got a Princess of Pentacles, my gosh, very good, and Five of Swords. Yeah, so there's all this good stuff, but your heart and your mind are still in some kind of despair or turmoil. We're having a hard time being happy with all of this great stuff we have. You're Ten of Pentacles, general energy. You're getting success. You're getting recognized for what you're doing. You're getting paid for what you're doing. You're getting rewarded for what you're doing. You know what, you have goals for the future. You've got a long-term plan. You know what your best life would look like. But there's these looming 8 and 5 where we just can't, there's just something blocking us from enjoying all of this. This is really it. This is your heart and your mind that are not quite happy yet. All right? And that's okay. No, there's no law that says you have to be happy. We can figure this out. We can understand what it is that we need in order to be happy, okay? I think that in some ways the Adjustment card back here is you realizing that you don't have to take everything that comes your way. You don't have to do everything all at once either. That you can prioritize, that you can judge things. This is also about balance and equilibrium. So as much as you are, I think, putting in work, putting in effort somewhere, that you are, maybe you're running a business, maybe you are, your job, your career. As much as you're focused on that and you really have goals and you want to get success, you want to get this, you want to get the Six of Pentacles, right? You want this to work. You realize that you are more than just the job you have. You are more than just the responsibilities that you fulfill. You're even more than your relationships. You're even more than your creativity. You're even more than just your feelings. That feelings are very important to you. Okay? And if you're feeling that something is just not enjoyable or something isn't giving you the satisfaction that you want, we need to evaluate it and make some adjustments. Okay? I kind of feel that you have maybe a job or a career or something like that that is very successful financially, but it just isn't giving you that heart, just not really feeling it. And maybe that will change. It could. It could change once we make some other adjustments in our life, once we maybe streamline things, once we figure out a different balance, right? A different recipe. The Ardent or Temperance card is very similar in that way to the Adjustment card. It's kind of the Adjustment card is saying, I need to evaluate what I want, what I'm committed to. I need to be discerning about the value that I place on certain things. We value money, but wealth is different. Wealth is everything else we value too. And that's the 10 of Pentacles. That's the difference between the 6 and the 10. The 6 is material success. You're getting money, right? That is just one component of your understanding of wealth. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what does wealth mean to you? What is your best life? What is your plan for the future? And how large of a portion of this future relies on financial success? Okay? Because you are financially successful, or you will be. You've got the 6 of Pentacles in your future. That's not an issue. You're going to be successful in your life. It doesn't matter what you're doing. What matters is that you're doing something that is more holistic. And by holistic, I mean it incorporates other sides of yourself. We realize that every ray of sunshine out of this card is something different in your life. You're giving attention and focus to other things. One is your career, one is your family, one is your creativity, one is your spirituality. Everything is part of a whole unit. Everything is coming forth from you. But your entire light, all of this sunshine, who you are is not just your job. It's not just your family or your relationship or your responsibilities or your creativity or even your spirituality. You are the sum total of all of these things and then some, right? So we're achieving this enlightenment now where it's kind of like, in a way, the Adjustment card is us stripping things away, things we do not need, do not want, that do not have value for us anymore. The Art card is then us adding new things in. See, we're stripping down, we're taking away, we're building up, we're putting in, and we're adding now. And I think that this is the recipe for your success. And I think it's a recipe to deal with this 8 of Cups that's up above everything. First, though, let's select the Mystery card, Bonus card, Confirmation card. And this is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, Cancer, but it will tie everything together. And it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right? We can do it together. We can make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay? Let's look around the room. We've got a lot of major arcana clustered here, right? Clustered right here. And what the major arcana really suggests, I think, first of all, is the method and the strategy, which is stripping down, taking away, and building up, adding to something. And what we're really achieving is this enlightenment, this identification, learning who we are, what we're all about. We're not any one thing. Anything we say about ourselves, that's not really it. I'm a father, yes, but I'm a tarot reader, yes, but, I'm a human being, yes, but, So there's not any one thing. We identify with all of these things, but not any one single thing is us. Okay? And I think it's really, we're looking for that identity. We got this magician down below. I think we're looking for magic in life, We're looking to really restore that sense of wonder. This is when you used to go outside and look up at the stars and just feel the awe of the universe, you know? That we didn't know who we were, we didn't really care, we just were part of something mysterious, part of something extraordinary, right? For whatever reason, this reminds me of that show that's on Netflix now, Three Body Problem. Such a good show. Jess Hong, I think, is one of the lead actors in that show. She's really, really good in that show. I heard she watches the channel too, by the way, that she's a fan of the tarot reads. I heard that from a friend anyway. The magician is looking for that wonder, that splendor, that amazement, that feeling that we are part of a greater mystery of the universe. And we are. But it's different to know that intellectually than it is to feel it, to experience it, you know? And I think that's why we've got that Eight of Cups up there. We just feel that we're not experiencing that kind of magic in the world anymore. Maybe you're not feeling the same kind of interest in some of the hobbies that you used to find such joy and wonder and connection and all of this stuff in. Maybe you've been focused too much on making money, too much on career, too much on your responsibilities, which are paying off. You're successful, you know? Maybe you went to school, you did the work there, now you're moved into a career. Maybe this is even after the career. Maybe you're retired. Maybe we felt that while we were doing this work, we had this magic, and now we've reached a level of success, or we've retired, we've hit that milestone, and now it's the feeling that things are just losing their luster, that the magic is gone from the world, and there's this worry about what to do next. There's even this feeling with the Five of Swords that we're just defeated, that this was it, that this, you know, that the finale already happened. You know, that we missed the crescendo somewhere, and now it's just, now we feel that we're kind of on our way out, you know? This might be that time of your life where you're really searching for that identity, for that part of you, that consciousness, that spiritual energy that transcends what you feel, what you think, what you do, who you think you are, right? That transcends any one thing. Now, with the magician, it also tells me you're a very intelligent person. And sometimes with your level of intelligence, there is an inherent dissatisfaction that goes along with that. You know, we hear the phrase blissfully ignorant, you know. You're the opposite of that, you know. Sometimes you feel that it would be better to just not think of these things, to not have these ideas, to not be so, not to, you know, to inflate your ego, but not to be so smart or so aware or so conscious that you have something to feel sorrowful about. And it's not a definable thing, the Eight of Cups. We can't say, I'm sad and that's why. No, it's just this general feeling. You're experiencing the trance of sorrow. It doesn't matter how good things get. There's just something about it all that is losing its magic. The universe is losing its mystery for you. You can get it back. That's the good thing about this. We have to understand what wealth means to us. We have to think of what other things we really need in our lives. And I think you're realizing that with all the success that you're going to receive or that you have received materially, financially, it's not enough. It's not what makes your heart beat, right? It's good. We want it. We don't want anyone to take it away, but it's not what wealth means to you. Okay? Now, what does wealth mean to you? Well, I think your relationships are in need of a little attention. We've got a Two of Swords here in the position of the environment. Kind of feels as if you're at odds with your environment a little bit. In the sense, not that you're not cooperating, because things seem very harmonious. It seems like you're able to really get along and you've got success. It's either coming your way or you already have it here. What we're talking about is personal connections. Notice there's not a lot of fire right now. There's not a lot of water. The water we do have even is kind of leaking out. We got our air. We've got a lot of earth. But I wonder about your intimate connections. Do you have close people to you right now? Maybe you have a lot of friends. Maybe you have a big family. But do you feel close to them right now? For some of you, I think there's really this realization that you don't have any very close friends. I'll let you in on a secret. I don't either. For whatever reason, I think the older we get, the more difficult it is to make close friends. One, because we're so busy, and because we're all very much in our own routines. Yeah, and I think it's difficult for you to really connect with people. Not because you're better than them or smarter than them or deeper than them, but because there is because we're out of practice, because we're out of practice, and because there is this underlying, or this, maybe it's not even underlying anymore, this looming feeling with this Eight of Cups. It's hard to really put on that charming energy and go out and make friends or meet people or have these kinds of new experiences, because I'll tell you what, sometimes magician energy, sometimes it feels as if we're faking it. Sometimes it feels as if we're putting on a show. And that's what the magician does, right? And you can do it at work or wherever this is and get a lot of success. It works. You can put on the show. You can be the magician of your life and use what's here to create success. But for you, it feels like it's losing its meaning, its value. The value is draining from it. We need some fire energy. We need to feel like we're getting back on track. I think we need to reconnect with spirit. I want to do a botanical inspiration card. I feel a little inspired to do one of these. Because of the 8 and the 5, the feeling and the thinking. It's our human mind. It's our human personality. This is the human problem. This is what we all, I think, go through at some point in our lives, sooner or later. The Dahlia, dignity. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. And I feel like the wise person, not proud. Yes, we're accomplishing a lot, but there's still this, maybe it is this humility, maybe it is this dignity, but it almost feels like, it almost feels wrong to enjoy the success that you have because of this Eight of Cups, because of this underlying, this generalized sorrow or this lack of meaning and purpose. Things are losing their value, losing their luster. It almost feels wrong to be proud of what we've accomplished, right? But we're talking about this Sun card as being pride and success and identity and enlightenment and consciousness. And feeling that we have a purpose and a path. Maybe this is what we need again, is a sense of a mission, a purpose, a path. Yeah. And maybe the magician is performing the act on stage day after day. We're looking for something authentic. We're looking for something substantial, something that has meaning, something that is permanent. We know nothing is permanent, but something a little bit more real. And maybe the real is what we find when we strip everything away and we find out what we're really, really made of, I think also with the Art or Temperance card, maybe this is showing us the method. Maybe this is the method of you going out and really pushing yourself somewhere and into something. Go do a challenging activity. Go do something that you normally wouldn't do. Maybe something that you, if you really thought about it, you want to do it. But you haven't yet, either because time, because money, because you're nervous, because you're, like me, you're old, right? There are a million reasons not to do something. All we need is one moment, one decision to do it. And once we unlock that door, then we can keep doing it. You do something once, and it's easier to keep doing it again and again. Makes it more likely that it will happen again. Go somewhere, make a friend, meet somebody, go out on a date, go try a new sport or a martial art. Make a YouTube video, showcase your art somewhere, right? Do something that maybe you don't know if you really want it or not, but you have to push yourself. It is through pushing ourselves, putting ourselves in the kitchen where we see what we're made of. We see if we can cook. The best way to see what you're made of, throw yourself in the fire and see what you do. Maybe you'll crash and burn, fail miserably. That's okay, right? Just makes it more easy to do it again. You see? And I think this is what's going to be good for us. Pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone. With our own decision, our own will, our own consciousness, our own enlightenment, I think we do need a stronger connection to the divine. Get back to our spiritual practices. Get back to our meditations and our ritual ceremonies, our devotions, our offerings, our prayers, our magic. The magician, right? Very layered and complex, these cards, but I feel that we're really hitting on something important for you. And the big question again is, what has value for you? What kind of life would be full of meaning? What would it look like? Maybe we don't really know. It's not a rhetorical question. I'm really asking, what does it look like for you? Draw that picture, paint that picture, write it down on a sheet of paper the best you can. If you can't think of anything to write, that's okay. Just put something down. Just put an empty circle for now. We'll fill it in later as we go. Okay? We'll fill it in later. We have to have goals, and maybe we don't know what those goals are now. Maybe, maybe we had that crescendo, that climax, and now maybe we're moving into the next phase of our life, the next stage of things, maybe into retirement or whatever, and we're just thinking, what now? Okay? But the Two of Swords, I think, is important because it is an obstacle for us to connect with people on a level that's real. We could fake it. We can do it. We can play the role. We can, it looks normal, looks fine. But there's a lack of depth. There's a lack of intimacy. There's a lack of connection. I'm not trying to say that you're insincere or that you're inauthentic. In fact, I think the opposite. I think you are the most authentic, the most sincere. And that's why we feel this way. That's why there is this struggle. Okay? Now, the Princess of Pentacles is here in the position of what we do not want. Or maybe it's more of the obstacle than the fear or of what we don't want. This is kind of, maybe it is what we do want, but it's hard, and let me explain. It's the Princess of Pentacles. It's the Earth of the Earth. It's the young Earth. And this is, the obstacle is feeling as if we have to start over. We don't want to have to start from the bottom again. If we're on this search for meaning or identity, and let's say we just got out of our career, now we're moving into retirement or the next career or something, we don't want to start over again. I don't want to start from scratch like I'm a child trying to learn who I am and what my place is in the world. The sun should already be established, right? Already knows its place in the universe. Already has its orbit around, I don't know, whatever, the center of the galaxy or something. We don't want to have to start over. We don't want to have to take an uncarved block of wood and chisel our life out of it again. We don't want to start over, having to build something from scratch again. But maybe in some ways this is the wrong way of looking at it. Maybe this is a reinvention of ourselves rather than a starting over, starting from scratch. Maybe we're reinventing ourselves. See, just the different phrase makes it sound so much better. It's the same thing either way. But we have to know what we want, And we have to draw that picture, and then we get to carving. This is the uncarved block. This is the result of that. This is the wood before and after. Before and after. Okay? And all it takes is a change in our attitude. Instead of saying we can't or I don't want to, let's say I want to, I can, I will. Let's turn this card upside down. Let's put Spirit back on top. Let's let Spirit take the wheel. I want to do another affirmation card for the 5. I think this goes up here. And I think the language of flowers, oh, that one flipped itself over, the camellia. Peace, be calm, and calm will come. Well, that is, if that's not perfect for the mental energy, I don't know what is. Right? The world outside of us, our perception of reality, is going to reflect our mental state. And vice versa. Right? So if you want calm and peace, we have to be calm and peace. If we want action and success and whatever, then we have to be that. Right? If you think it, it will manifest. If you what did Wayne Dyer say? Right? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. What we think becomes our reality. What we think about a lot becomes our reality quicker. Okay? It depends on perspective. If we think negatively, our world becomes negative. If we think, I don't have meaning, I don't have friends, I don't have purpose. No, then you're not going to have meaning, you're not going to have friends, you're not going to have purpose. We have to think about it the other way. I'm getting purpose, I'm finding purpose, I'm making friends, I'm having success, I'm achieving my goals. I'm getting better and better and better. Okay? But the sun reminds us that we are absolutely perfect the way we are. At the same time, there's always room to grow. Yeah. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for movement. Yeah, movement. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what this might reveal. The one thing I want now is the Chariot card, your superpower card. That's going to be it for me. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm feeling this one. I'm confident on this one. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Chariot card. We're getting back on track. We're finding purpose. We're finding the path forward when we are traveling that path with gusto, with bravery, with courage, with confidence, with strength and power. Are we riding? Are we traveling this path of ours? It's not a new path. It's not a new chariot. It might just be that we have taken a little rest somewhere on the side of the road, fix the chariot up a little bit, check our map, and then we're right back on the road. So this is us getting back on track, getting things back in order, and feeling good about it, getting our life headed in the direction that it should be, and we're riding hard and we're riding fast, and it feels good to get back on course. Yeah, it feels good. We're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. Link upstairs, link downstairs. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.